Hi everybody, how's it going, and welcome back to Games Done with Krun. I am Krun, and we are in Resident Evil 1 HD, or just Resident Evil HD, depending on who you ask. Yes, this is what I'm calling Resident Tuesdays. Just finished Resident Evil 0, so I thought, why not? Let's just play Resident Evil, the original, but not the original, the remake, but then redone again for HD. So, without further ado, let's dive in.
Resident Evil.
There he is, Resident Evil indeed. We're going to be displaying wide, our controls are going to be alternate, and we'll have the subtitles on, just for those of you that can't hear. So let's go diving on in. How do we like our games? I like climbing a mountain, fulfilling, but takes a lot of work. Yeah, let's go for the harder one this time. I have played this extensively. We'll play as Chris. Oh, we get alternate Chris. Okay, let's go Resident Evil 5 Chris, just for funnies. What's the alternate costume for Joe? Oh, what's that for? That's not also... Oh, is that from like the DLC of Resident Evil 5 or something? Maybe Resident Evil Revelations. Either way, here he is, Chris himself. Would play as Jill, Jelly Bean. But I haven't played through as Chris on this profile. Played through as Chris with my flatmate on his PlayStation 4 console. So I figure I might as well do it again. So here's the first cutscene. And typical fare, you'll have my shit patter over the top of it. Probably annoys you very much. But also surprised
during the middle of their mission. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. The Bravo team was sent in to investigate, but we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
Bravo team's helicopter was a derelict. Save for the remaining body of Kevin.
Oh, Kevin. Would be Kevin. Doesn't even manage to get out of the fucking helicopter.
We continued our search for the other members, and it turned into a nightmare.
Oh, and there you go. Bitten dead in the face, square in the camera in fact. Can you think of anything worse? No, I can't. And he was torn limb from limb. Somebody was still shooting though. Don't know who that was. And there she was, just standing, watching as they tore her friend limb from the... Oh, and just like, he's delicious, join in. But then she did not.
Come on!
Thank God for good friends. I mean, for all intents and purposes, yeah, they are zombie dogs. But, like, they're basically just wild animals, though. Like, imagine if they were zombie wolves, then there would be a problem. Or, like, by like, you know, the law of increments. A dog, there's dog, then there's wolf, but then there's zombie dog, which is on par with wolf, and then there's zombie wolf, which is on par with, like, I don't know, like sleeping bear, or something like that. So, like, as far as these are like trained professionals, these guys, the stars, the stars, if you will, and as soon as they see anything, the arse just drops right out of them. Enter the survival horror. Oh, right. So now that the goofy cutscene's over, enter the survival horror.
Jill and myself.
Oh, dearie me.
We don't know.
Well, spoilers. We've played Resident Evil 0. We know all about Wesker.
Is everyone all right?
Barry. Where's Barry?
I mean, it's kind of canon breaking that he's even here, to be honest.
No.
Not Barry. Barry.
What was that?
Don't know what happens to Barry when you're playing as Chris.
I'll go and check it out.
He just
All right.
disappears without a
Jill and I
trace.
will stay and secure this area.
Chris? Take care.
Yeah.
And here we go. Into the Spencer mansion. Game on. Here we are, Chris. Let me just... okay, so RB is now that. LB does nothing. LT... So I am playing with a controller, by the way. LT and RT to attack. Okay, fair enough. Well, first things first. There's an ink ribbon. You only get 6 inventory spaces as Chris. If you play as... hang on, is that right? Yeah, I think if you play as Joe, you get more inventory spaces. And you start with a gun. Whereas Chris can take more damage. Maybe. But either way, we're not going to bother taking the ink ribbon right now because it's like right next to this. And if we carry it, then we'd have to take it with us. And that's just not on. So let's head on down this way. And we'll check a large filth-encrusted jar. Probably one of the worst kinds of jar you can get. And again, coming along here, you can. I think we can take that. But we are, again, not going to because that's not important right now. Yeah, so I have played through Resident Evil extensively before. So unlike with Resident Evil 0, I'm actually going to know what I'm doing. I'm also going to attempt to finish this quite quickly because there's a couple of Steam achievements for finishing the game in under certain time limits, and I'm not expecting to get the achievements, but might as well give a punt. So as we come around here, we get another cheeky cutscene, and it's one a lot of people will be familiar with. There he is. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. All of the doors are unlocked. Are you the caretaker? Can you? Oh no. So he's a zombie. So what we're going to do is we're just going to run away because, well, I'd be shitting myself. I'm RPing as myself in this scenario. Run for my life. Which is always a worry because, well, zombie. Anyhow, let's head on back into the main room. There's a lovely clock. When the two have run each other through, the path to your destiny will open. But again, unfortunately, naught we can do with that right at this very moment. So we're going to enter back into the phenomenal open lovely hot. But oh no,
Wesker?
Wesker
Jill?
and Jill have scarpered. I knew it, that filthy kids, dirty pair that they are.
Where'd they go?
Where did they go? Where did they go indeed, Chris? Yes. Where did they? Oh, but gone. Unfortunately, we can pick that up. A lovely model for the handgun in this. Just the plain old handgun. Simple as that. We'll equip that. We'll give it a quick examine so that you can see that. This is how a handgun works. It fires 9mm parabellum rounds. It's also custom, apparently. Don't know how it's custom. The grip. Oh, it is custom. Yeah, it's got a little stars logo on the side of it as well, nonetheless. My god, it is custom. Did they make that themselves in the machine shop? Samurai Edge. Law enforcement use only. It's the Samurai Edge. Cool. So now he's looking a lot more like the Chris we know and regard with contempt. I can't remember if there's anything around the back here. Let's quickly scout out. Don't think so though. Oh, ominous thunder. Good thing you're in, Chris. You're in here, Chris. Although, well, isn't that ominous? Wonder what's on the other side of this door. Something fucking spooky, that's what. Either how. That's a new one. Yeah, so this door's locked. We have an emblem of a helmet. But this door shouldn't be locked. So we're going to go through here just now and see what horrors lurk within. And normally when I say that, I'm being facetious. But in this scenario, oh no, I've never been more truthful. So let's push this little bad boy out of the way. And then, oh, is that giving us enough room to... an alternate control scheme. It has. We can now shift it along so that we can hop up to that there statue and grab something. So, if you're not familiar with the remade Resident Evil... Can we get it from there? I think we may be able to. Yeah, if you're not familiar with the remade Resident Evil, in essence, it is basically the same game, but it's like a sort of expanded and enhanced. Like everything's been a little bit done, been done a little bit better. Just Well, hitboxes, for one thing. You're no longer just a giant square, although you are basically just a giant square, it's just a little bit tighter into you, I think, as far as I can tell. I've played the original a fair bit as well. Graphics, obviously. There's new content, new weapons, there's like emergency weapons, like little knives and stun guns that like, if an enemy grabs you, you don't take damage, you just automatically stab them. But most of that will reveal itself to you as we carry on through this. Oh my god, this alternate control scheme though, I may have to change out of that. But yeah, more or less everything will reveal itself. See, here we go. Here's a dagger, which doesn't go into our inventory. Emergency evade. Using defensive items such as daggers allow you to escape momentarily when grabbed by an enemy. However, you will not be able to escape when the enemy grabs you from behind. And that's all you need to know. Yeah, you have to press LB. Does it say you have to press LB? That's a different one. So yeah, there you go. We've got a dagger equipped. So if an enemy grabs us from the front, we'll stab him in the head. Simple as that. Let's get shifting on. But, oh no! It's not that simple. We have made ourselves a pal, and he's got half a jaw, which isn't a very good one on his part. So let's bait him into attacking. Nah, he got me. Fuck. Okay, well that didn't go to plan. So let's get the sab hell out of here. No need to kill him if we don't need to, and he's just stuck along there now. Oh well, that's locked as well. An emblem of a sword is carved into the lock. So we've got helmet and we've got sword. So we're looking for keys. Resident Evil, everybody. Resident Evil. This is by far my favourite Resident Evil as of the moment. I must say, if they were to remake Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 like this, then that could definitely change. But as of now, Resident Evil 1 is my fave. Could go out there, but we're not going to right now because of the lovely door in the middle of the painting, much like in Resident Evil 0. But you'll have to watch Resident Evil 0 to find out about that. What's this door? It is locked and an emblem of a sword is carved in the lock. Well, that's unfortunate because we don't have the sword key yet, but we know where we can use it. That's locked as well. An emblem of armour is carved in the lock. Good heavens! How are we ever meant to progress? Have I gone the wrong way? Do you actually have to come back here, Chris? I swear this is the route you take as Jill, but... Oh, hang on. Maybe the game is more different between characters than just their stat. I know it is. I know like it is somewhat different, but I didn't realise how different it was. What? Hey, pal. So we're gonna probably have to kill this guy. Shoot him in the head. Didn't work. Run. Missed. Oh, come on now. Shoot him twice in the head. That's. Oh, are you serious now? Behave yourself, Mr. Zombie. Oh dear. Well, this isn't looking good. This is looking like it may take well over the 5-hour limit that the Steam achievement set. I've never actually played through this game on hard before, so this will be a learning experience for all involved. Is he dead? Ah, he's dead. He's leaking. So we'll push this here statue along the way a wee bit. That should be ample. And then for no other reason than it's got a shiny thing in its hand and we can't drag it out, we vandalise it. Because Chris don't take no shit from no statue. A stained glass window. The pattern in the centre resembles a woman. Does it? I don't see a woman. Sorry, stained glass window, but that's not good. Okay, so gonna re-equip the handgun. We're gonna have to be dodging. Sword emblem there, so we'll need the sword key for that. There's nothing else up here apart from this here dagger. And daggers are going to be clutch as fuck playing through on hard, so... And that's locked from the other side. Okay, so I have done something wrong. Good start. I am going to assume that we have to go through the dining room again. And go the other way. But what other way is there? Also doesn't seem right to me. Have I missed a door? I haven't missed a door. And I know you don't have to go out the back way here. Oh, of course. I know where I went wrong. Honestly, Krun, you imbecile. One of these days I'm actually going to get good at games, and then these things will be a lot less painful for all involved. But as it stands, I'm failing miserably. So assuming that the first zombie doesn't kill me, we should be able to go through a door around this area, which will take us up some stairs, and then on a wee loop around, and then, well, we move on from there. So we don't want to go down that way because I think there's a zombie down there. Oh, but he's here now. Look, I'm just giving us the eyes. I don't think we have to go past. Do we? No, we don't. It's okay. I've got it. I remember now. But while we're here, Kenneth, no! It looks like he's holding something. It's the film that belonged to Kenneth. I need a video player to see what's recorded on it. And truly, so we do. We don't have a video player to hand, so we must carry on. Yeah, I was right. Okay, so initial hiccup, I confess, but we're moving in further now. We're building momentum, and here we are in Spooky Hallway 1, which takes us out here. And we've got a handgun magazine, which is quite pleasant, because you can always do with handgun ammo. Oh, hiya. There's a corpse collapsed on the floor like it was an instant. Wait? What the hell happened in this mansion? Collapsed on the floor like it was an instant death? Where'd you get that from, Chris? Is that your extensive medical training? We all know what you really do here at Stars. Probably going to take one of the green herbs just because I've already taken some damage, and a green herb on its own is only really good for 1 point. But I'm gonna leave the other one just on the off chance we start to build up red herbs, because unlike in Resident Evil 0, in this game everybody can mix herbs. But I suppose in Resident Evil 0, Billy Cohen didn't have Stars training, so it's entirely possible that when you work for Stars, they sit you down and they're like, here is a pair of herbs, smash them together. And that's how you learn how to heal oneself. And there's this offy, crackly looking zombie sitting on the floor. But there's nothing we can do with him right now because he's just, he's mortal. He is absolutely off his face and he just can't even stand up. So first things first, let's head on in through this door and see what's behind it. Nothing. The darkness, the eternal abyss. I'll show you what's here, but we're not gonna do anything here right now because take heed. There's an inscription on the shield. Death is the true essence of bliss. And that's probably true because then you wouldn't have to worry about reality anymore. But either way, we run along here and there's a key in the way. But we're not going to grab that key because if we grab that key then the big horrible spiky shield will come and get us. So just make sure there's nothing useful here. Oh, there's a door, but sadly it's locked. An emblem of a helmet is carved into the lock. And I will take a quick look at the key. Just to know which one it is. Oh, you can't, you have to examine them to find out which one they are. So there is one of the mansion keys sitting there, but we can't get it right now because a horrible trap would activate and it would kill us in mere moments. And we can't be having that because that would require a full restart because I haven't saved yet. And that's more than I can handle mentally, spiritually and physically. I would just collapse into nothingness in that eventuality. He's still plastered on the floor, so we're not going to worry about him. Cool little mirror. Let's see if there's a zombie around the corner, which is something I quite like. These get wrong buttons. I'm used to having to press A. Quickly, Chris, quickly, faster. You missed. You're fucking joking. Stab him in the head. Okay, so Hard doesn't fuck about, clearly. Is he dead? He looks pretty dead. Is he leaking? He looks like he might be leaking. He's leaking. Alright, we're fine. So that's locked from the other side. Can't do anything with that. And then we reload. Hopefully this doesn't just turn into Krun gets hit by every single enemy in Resident Evil and really embarrasses himself, but right now I've got a 100% rate, so that's quite unfortunate. So here's a golden arrow. You're like, fucking hell, taking that with me. Because obviously, well, we're not gonna listen to that right now, but yeah, obviously you see a big gold arrow with a little green end, you're like, that is worth some bank. So if we examine, the arrowhead looks like it can be removed. And now we have an arrowhead. It's made from, oh Christ, peridot? I'm going to work peridot. Either way, sometimes it's referred to as poor man's emerald. So it wasn't actually worth anything, so we've kind of just busted ourselves open right there. We're already making a loss. And God only knows what we do with that because I can't fucking remember. I'm sure we'll find out though. There's more handgun ammo. There's a guy standing right around the corner, which is quite a worry, but hang on. Missed. He didn't see my mind. Ah! Run! Okay, okay. And then he fell down, so we're not going to worry about him right now. We're just going to skip right ahead. No need in getting caught up. We'll see what's through this one. It's locked on the other side, and then we'll head through this way. We unlocked it. Hooray! Hooray! Progression. I think that just takes us out back in the top bit of the... Yes, I was correct. So now we've got to figure out what to do with this arrowhead. And I mean, sometimes you're standing in a mansion, you've got an arrowhead, you're like, well, fucking hell, what am I going to do with this? And I would tell you... Aye, fair enough. No clue, pal. We'll figure it out together, though. But I think what you're actually meant to do is you're meant to head up to this back area. Maybe, possibly, it's definitely an option. And he pushes it open and oh, he finds himself standing outside in a little court. And he moves on thusly. Oh, but there is a shambling corpse of some kind coming up towards him, but I think we can just bait it into a cheeky attack here. Or we can just run right past it, that's definitely an option. Whoa, I fucking spewed on me, I didn't expect that! I didn't know they did that! I don't think I've ever been hit by that guy before, so that's locked from the other side. But there could be... There's no name or inscription on the crumbling tombstone. Maybe there once was, but alas, no longer. If we run in here, we can see that there is some stuff back there, but I don't think it's important to our cause right now. Probably going to have to shoot them when we come back. A tomb with engraved with the picture of an angel. There's an indentation in the shape of an arrowhead. Well, as luck would have it, we've got our own arrowhead. So we just jam it in there. And then, oh wow, it recedes back into the big... So we actually put the arrowhead in that bit up the top, which I think is a little bit funny. We just like climbing up, sticking it in place like, oh, that kind of looks like I could fit an arrowhead in there. Because Chris is eagle-eyed like that, he knows what he's doing. But yeah, either way, we find ourselves here in this weird face room, which is, well, I'll leave you to draw your own conclusions. They're all missing a feature, and they all have their own interaction point, which probably means we have to interact with them. But we find this book fit perfectly into the indentation. How does he get it out? Well, he probably just sort of thumbs the little clasp with his fingernail. Thankfully that big casket didn't open itself, but if we examine this here book, I always look at the side bit, but you don't actually have to. Well, maybe you do. Oh no, you don't, of course. There's a key embedded in the back cover. Will we remove it? You're damn straight we'll remove it. We've got a mansion key, which is probably a good thing. And the Book of Curses opens to reveal banter. Book of Curses. The 4 masks. A mask that speaks no evil. A mask that smells no evil. A mask that sees no evil. A mask that cannot speak, smell, or see evil. When all 4 fall into place, evil will awaken. Wasn't that spooky? Well, either way, we now vaguely know that if we find 4 things, we can... I'm hearing some background noise. We know that we can hear, if we hear 4 things, we can do all this shit. Can I just give me a second? I want to check if there's somebody at my door, because it kind of sounds like there is. Ah, sorry about that. There was in fact somebody at my door. It was a delivery guy, and he gave the most gentle knock that there has ever been. At least he has respect for property. Either way, out we come again, and no doubt we're gonna have 2 buddies. Ah, I was right. But I don't think they can come down here. So we can just cheese them to death. Oh, and we blew his head clean off. Charming. Now can we maybe no, not with this control scheme we can't. And it happened. Ah, I was trying to wheedle my way past them, but unfortunately that just wasn't on the cards. So let's run on, and yeah, well, we're already in orange caution, which deep orange caution as well, which isn't a good thing. So we'll have to be careful. Oh, but while I remember, let's examine this here key, and we have there's an engraving of a sword, and I've already forgotten where one of the sword openings was. So shit. Either way, we're gonna head on in here. I think there was one behind in the statue room and one on the top floor of the little balcony bit in the main entryway. So while we're here, let's head on up this way. And I was right. Use the sword key. But before I do that, I'm gonna go down here, and I'm actually gonna take this bottom route. In Resident Evil games, if you're not familiar, you can, once you've used up all of it, once you've used a key in all the places it can be used, you get the option to drop it, which frees up the inventory space basically. So we're gonna want to do that. I'm not sure if this will be all the sword key locations. I don't think it will be. I think there's still one. Yeah, there's still one left. But I wanted to have them both done, just so that if we do run into the final sword key room, we will be fine. It has been quite a while since I've played Resident Evil 1. I've played it a lot of times, but just with like big, you fucking behave yourself window. I think everybody knows what's going to come through you eventually. Yeah. I am quite familiar with Resident Evil. I remember the basic, all the events and such like. But at the same time, it has been quite some time, so I don't remember exactly which keys unlock which doors and such like. So this is an adventure that we're going on together as a unit. Come on, Krunts. We are going somewhere special. And I'll tell you what's special. The fact that there's a little bit of handgun ammo tucked underneath this here unit, shall we say. Lovely. Handgun magazine. Extra 15 rounds, much appreciated. Means that we probably won't die as quick as we would have otherwise. Ah, isn't that lovely? I would say so. So we come on through here. And there he is. He's like, oh, my side. Even though he was bit on the neck. But maybe that's just the infection taking his insides first. And sadly, we can't go through this door. It's an old-fashioned lock that's rather simple in mechanism. Well, either way, we're going to go into this room first. And as always, just check every door. That's the cardinal rule for Resident Evil, is that if you were to go through the entire place in a big circuit and go at every door, there is no way that you can possibly lose. I don't want to remove the plug yet because I want to quickly check around. No, there's nothing in here. Just want to make sure. But that's full of dirty water, so I might as well remove the plug. Because I can't have a dirty bath. Well, it's just stain in the enamel. You can't be having that. But oh shit! There was a beastie. There was a beastie amongst the water. In the sleet, shall we say. And look at the state. Oh, good heavens above. He is disgusting. We can maybe just like skeet behind him. Yep, there it is. We got the old key, which will let us double back and get out. And he'll be no hassle whatsoever. Until later, maybe, when he tries to, he may try to make an escape through that door. I can't remember. That's like a random event sometimes. But we could use that old key right here, because it's got an old-fashioned simple mechanism, and an old key is old-fashioned and works like a simple mechanism. And if we come out here, I am a little bit worried about coming out here because I know that there's some of the dogs that kick about sometimes, but okay. Well, that's all right. Let's take the red herb, and we'll take the green herb. We'll combine those, and then after that, I'm gonna just take both of the big key items that were sitting there. Actually, I'm not even sure if that second one is a key item that we carry about with ourselves or not, but I'm sure we'll find out. There we go. We're back up to fine. We're good. Chris is fine. There's still plenty. Okay, so that's just the kerosene location for the well, you'll see. You'll see what that's for. Might as well take the green herb with us because in fact no, I better not take the green herb with us yet, just in case. Because well, there might be other items between us and the first safe room, and you don't want that because that would involve all manner of horrible things if you ran out of inventory space, like backtracking, and everybody hates backtracking. Oh, there he is. Ah, fair enough. I'll give you. You didn't take very long, did you? Ah, well, there you go. So he just bursts free immediately, it seems. If you go along that way, I'd imagine he'd probably do it when you're coming back. If not, not going to go in there yet because there is nothing for us in there yet. But there will be eventually. And finally, we're going to head through into here. Not bad. And that is the lower floor east wing effectively explored. Maybe not. Oh, he's chasing! He's coming after us! Good. Oh, fuck! Alright, well, we're in a position here. Run! This way. And there you go. We've made it through. I don't think you can access either of the doors in there. I don't think so. I might have been wrong, but hopefully that didn't curse us greatly. Oh, fucking hell, I wasn't expecting you. Get a crit, Chris, get a crit. Oh, I never got the crit. Stab him in the head. There you go. There you go. And then just to make sure, give him a good old-fashioned slashing in the bowel. No, he's good. He is bleeding. If they bleed, they're dead. Simple as that. So, let's move on into this little inconspicuous room and get whatever lies within. But fortunately, we found ourselves... Oh, pardon me. That was a weird one. We found ourselves in a lovely little safe room. And unlike in... hang on, just gonna... Have we got the inventory space for this? We do. Might as well take that. Fuel canteen. Yeah, unlike in Resident Evil 0, you can use this here big box, which will be in every safe room. They're all connected as well. And you can like deposit items for later use, which if you watched Resident Evil 0, you'd know that you had to like put things on the ground, and there was actually an upper limit on how much you could put onto the ground in how much you could put onto the ground in an area, which is quite strange. But Yeah, this is probably better, I must say. Either way, let's just scoop up everything that's here. We'll fill up the... No, that wasn't what I wanted to fucking do, Chris. Come on now. Come on now. Come on. Double back, and then like the punishment for accidentally using a door. You've got to watch through the little cutscene that plays every single time. And it's horrible emotional torture for all involved. Yeah, there's still plenty of kerosene left, so we can refill our fuel canteen. And you're like, Krun, why? Why are you doing that? That doesn't seem to make sense. And I would be like, you're right, it doesn't seem to make sense. But all will reveal itself in time. Oh, an old key. Well, we'll keep that on us for now. But the main thing that we're going to need to get is... What will I use? Okay, I'll replace it with that. Is the ink ribbon, because we're going to save. But there's this little note on the floor as well. That's not what I wanted to pick up, Chris. Come on now. Come on now. There we go. Thank you. Special instructions for the disposal of dead bodies. We have new information regarding those beings. They may appear to be dead, but in fact they are able to come back to life. However, there are ways to prevent them from becoming active again. Currently, there are 2 known methods to cease the resurrection. 1. Incineration. 2. Destruction of the head. If further methods are discovered, you will be notified immediately. Meanwhile, to those of you who still have the will to live, oil has been placed on the first floor of the mansion. Take as much as you need. You'll need something to light it with, which you'll need to find by yourself. So, classic people in charge there give you part of the materials to require to complete a job, but they don't give you the rest. Which kind of raises some questions, because how did this like little... So we must assume that like they're like, you know those dead bodies, yeah, they come back to life, we're going to need to destroy them. So we're going to have to assume that there has been some sort of incident that led to these dead bodies lying around. And those of you that still have the will to live implies that it is ongoing in some way. So how did they get this bloody circular out? Like who arranged that? To have that little note be sent around the place. Surely it's just a mansion as well, they know their way about it. Surely they could just shout. You'd think it would have a tannoy system if they couldn't get to each other. Ah, the plot hole's right there. Not really a plot hole, but just like a little observation for you. But either way, we are going to save right here, and we're going to end this part, because I think that's probably more than enough for a little introductory part. That's not, I don't want to save over my clear data as Joey. There we go. Lovely. And on that note, we're going to end this part. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this introductory session of Resident Evil 1. Chemical to use on plants. There you go. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this first episode of Resident Evil 1, carrying on Resident Evil Tuesdays, or just Resident Tuesdays, as I would prefer, just for, you know, simplicity's sake, don't want to overcomplicate things. But yeah, if you did, then please remember to leave a like, comment, or subscribe, all of those would be very much appreciated. And on top of that, you can follow me on Twitter at GDWKrun, or on Facebook, facebook.com/Games Done with Krun. My Facebook's more for just when there's new series, but you'll get all the updates on Twitter if you follow me there. That'll be my phone going off, but conveniently right at the very end. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, thank you very much for your time, and I will see you again next time. Bye bye for now.